What's popping, y'all? It's your boy Billy's Graph Reviews, and I'm back with this video with this Marsh K1 black stencil ink. If you want a brief review or like a history review on the company Marsh, you can check out my other video, the Marsh K Grade ink, where I talk about like the history behind the company and just like I just go kind of a little more in depth on how they started and like where they're at today. As you can see right here, I got a vintage Marsh K1 like can of ink right here. This is stencil ink right here, for as you can see it says on the front, for stenciling, marking, wood boxes, crates, barrels, cartons, bags. It is advertised as waterproof and permanent. I've read around though, other people say that this stuff ain't really that permanent, ain't really that, I guess, waterproof and stuff. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and review just how permanent it is, and I'm going to see how good it holds up against the Mephian's tar ink, because it's basically like the similar formula to this stuff. You know, both of these have to be used in mops, so I'm assuming they're both going to be pretty good at dripping. Well, I know the tar ink is good at dripping. I pretty much know that the tar ink from Mephian's is pretty good, and I'm guessing this Marsh K1 ink to be pretty good. Like I said, this is a vintage bottle or vintage carton or whatever can, whatever you want to call it. So you probably won't, you probably won't see this one around, but there is like there's Marsh K1 everywhere. You could get it online. This is just like a rare can or whatever. So it says contains petroleum naphtha. I'm not sure what that is. So I'm guessing it's something that could catch fire, because it says don't use this near fire or open flame. Use adequate ventilation and avoid prolonged contact with skin or breathing it. So I'm going to go ahead and shake this up because it's been stored for a while. I bought this from somebody like a couple of months ago because the bottle looked cool, it was all vintage. But I actually wanted to buy the Marsh K Grade ink. The difference between the Marsh K Grade is that is ink that it's lighter than this, but it's just as opaque. So and it contains xylene, so it's more permanent, more staining. I think that's what the xylene does. I think it adds staining to it, or I'm not sure if it adds opaqueness. So maybe somebody could write that in the comments. I'm not really too sure about that. I don't know everything, you know what I mean? I'm just building it as I'm flying, just like most of y'all. So I think that's good on the shaking. I got this little dripper right here that I'm gonna use. As you can see, I spent like 3 minutes washing off that black Mephian's ink, and I still got like resin tar on my fingers. It's super sticky and shit. It's kind of crazy. So I'm not really sure if this Marsh ink is gonna hold up as good as the Mephian's ink when I do the versus review, you know, in the challenge, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, I've heard from people that this stuff is really thick. I heard it takes a while to dry. Honestly, it kind of smells the same as the Mephian's, so I'm not sure if it's like the same stuff. You know, I'm sure it's different. I'm sure there's different ingredients, but it seems very similar. So actually what I'm gonna do, I'm not even gonna use this dripper, because I noticed that this shit right here, like, it's so thick, I don't even want to mess with this shit. I'm just gonna make another, I'm just gonna go ahead and make another funnel. So this shit looks like that. Look how dark black that is. It looks more black than the Tarte ink. I don't expect this to have no brown tinge to it, how the Tarte ink do. Ooh, this shit is full to the top. Oh, this thing filled up. Hold on. Let me grab some napkins. That shit got messy. So let's see how it writes. Yeah, you see it drips right away. And it's very thick, dark black. See how dark black that is? That's very black. Very dark. Not sure why it's streaking like that. Yeah, not sure why it's streaking like that. But as you can see, it's really dark black. I'm gonna try to fix that streaking aspect of it. I like that it's darker. I like how dark it really looks. It's pretty dope. It's really dark, really opaque. Really dark, really opaque, covers right over. I think it's really cool. No streak. I really like this ink. This is my first time using it. It smells just like the Mephians. And it has some pretty cool drips too. Pretty fire. See how opaque that is? So you could mix this with like some purple alcohol-based hard-hitting ink for like some, to add a stainer, make it stainy. You know, like Garvey or something like that. I know that's hard to get, but just as an example, you know, you could throw like some Mephians violet ink, mix it with this, and it'll really have that stain power that you want out there. on the streets. You know what I'm saying? I like it too, because you can really just press wherever you want those drips, and it looks sick. So yeah, I hope you appreciated the Marsh K Grade. I hope y'all appreciated this review. I'm gonna go ahead and cap this up. I'm gonna let this dry overnight along with the Mephian's tar ink, and tomorrow I'm gonna hit them both with the acetone, just so we could see which one is better out of the two. Please like, please subscribe. You can follow me on IG, Billy's Ideas. Stay tuned. I got more videos coming. Stay tuned. Peace.